Everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we are doing another unboxing. I did a thing and went shopping on Hay House's website, I think for Black Friday sale, and got a couple of decks. So that's why you're seeing me in the same shirt, and that's why I'm doing like a back-to-back unboxing. So that's a little backstory. The deck that we're unboxing today is Oracle of the Fairies by Karen K, and artwork by Ginger Kelly, a 44 card deck and guidebook. It's like I mentioned, a Hay House deck, and I'm excited for a couple of reasons. First of all, I'm excited that they actually have the artist's name right below the creator's name, and so I appreciate that. And another thing I appreciate is that I think that I own one fairy deck, and it's a Hay House Tarot. It's I don't know if it's a Doreen Virtue one. I think it is. And I'm not really into fairies per se. I like the idea of fairies, or but I know there's some people who actually really believe in fairies, like really, really believe, like they really exist. I'm not one of those people, but I am one of those people that loves like whimsical fairy tales, and I always have ever since I was a little girl. So it was like this appealed to that girlier side, I'm all girlier, girlier side in me. And I don't really have such a deck in my, I have beautiful, pretty decks in my collection, but there's something about having a fairy deck that is just so sweet. I'm not really into unicorns, and I know there's like all these different things that are cutesy, and this to me was like kind of spoke to the cutesy side of me. Now, if it turns out that this deck does not work out for me, because it is in fact a fairy deck, my idea for it is that, and I'll know pretty full on if I'm going to get along with it. My idea is that if I'm not vibing with it, I will probably put it in a giveaway. And yes, it's already kind of gently going to be used by me. But if I'm not vibing with the deck, my new thing is, I kind of mention this from time to time, I may end up putting it in a giveaway to pass it along to someone who it will resonate with. But I watched a few of Karen K's videos before I got it. I looked at people's unboxings. I looked at several images online, and I liked the messages of the cards. So I was like, I think I'm going to take a chance on this one. It says, may you discover your fairy wings inside the sanctuary of your precious heart. Sweet. And I think she actually really believes in fairies. And I'm not knocking it. I don't want to sound like that. But I don't necessarily believe that there's these little fairy beings. So, but that's me. That doesn't mean that it's not so. So I'm just taking it out of the little wrapper. And so these are in fact glossy. They are glossy. You can't, oh good, at least you can't, oh, there it is. So I'm a little bummed about that, I'll be honest, only because it can sometimes be a little challenging. But what I am happy about that they didn't do is gilding, because nothing shows wear on a deck than cheap gilding on a mass-produced deck. So I am grateful for that. Let's go through the cards, and then we'll do the guidebook last in this case. Well, actually, no. I don't want to do it completely last. I want to just kind of go through and see if there's anything that sticks out about this deck. Because sometimes it's important to look at the guidebook and see if there's anything you need to pick up on when you're going through the cards. So, and then we'll consult the guidebook when we shuffle the cards, when we pick a card. So it's about this Oracle deck section, how to get the most from your cards, forming a bond with your deck, how to read your cards, setting the scene, creating a space filled with love, protecting and grounding yourself, a simple grounding technique, which is nice, psychic protection techniques, the golden, and then she looks like maybe she has, the golden cloak, the egg of protection, calling in your guides, guardian angels. That's her psychic protection techniques. Working with fairy oracle spreads. And some of the titles of those spreads is the Now reading, past, present, and future, the fairy star, the fairy ring, your first reading, other ways to use your cards. And then the cards interpretation, and then an about artists and about authors section. Nice. Quite comprehensive. I love that about the Hay House guidebooks, is that they are quite, you get a lot for this little guidebook, I will say. All right, now we can go through, because I wanted to say that because the last deck that I unboxed, it was important that I look at the guidebook first because it has suits, and so it's kind of important to look at it first before I head off into the card meanings. Abundance. So here's abundance. There is a little message at the bottom. Gorgeous image. Some people may be put off by the message at the bottom, and some people may be put off by the whole thing at the bottom. I personally am not. I don't mind a message as long as it, because I still do my own interpretations when I'm doing a tarot reading and I happen to use a tarot reading with written words. You still are supposed to, as a reader, continue to expound on what's found here, or just say, you know what, this says this, but I'm not feeling that. And being confident in your reading to supersede that, because you are the reader and you supersede what's going on. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. That's sweet. That is sweet. Ask for help. And I'm not going to read all the messages on the front. We're just going to kind of go through. If I'm called to read them, I will. Believe in magic. I like this fairy. Celebration. It's important. Come together. Divination. Oh, I love this one so much. It's one of the reasons why I got this deck. Look at her. She's reading oracle cards. I love this little fairy. And fairy spotting. How cute. It's just so fantastical. And sometimes I need that. I need that in my life. Actually, I really like this deck. I love the images here. Find balance. Find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. Flourish. The lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. Friendship. Go outside. Healing. Hidden depths. Hope. Inner child. Inspiration. Oh, I love journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. That one's cool. Life energy. white. Look in a book. Lost and found. Magical blessings. Magical gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. Like that. Manifestation. Gorgeous. Really pretty images. Moderation. Moon energy. Motivation. Music. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. Okay, this card might make me a believer in fairies right here. I don't know, it just might. When I was a little girl, and I would go visit my grandmother both sets of my grandparents lived in rural Mississippi, especially my maternal grandmother. She lived like really in the woods, and there were fireflies. And in my mind, I used to feel like they were like little Tinkerbells. Those were like not really fireflies, but they were actually really fairies. So there was a time that I believed. Nature signs. New beginnings. Oh, I love this new beginnings card. OMG. Tugging at my... What do they call it when you want to baby fever? Precious time. I like this card. Protect your dreams. Protection. Protect it. Pure intention. Purity. OMG. So gorgeous. Oh, this is gorgeous. Shine from within. Solitude. I mean, just gorgeous. I kind of see why they have to be glossy. There's some decks, I have to say, few, but there are some decks that actually it's proper to treat them in like a glossy finish. And this might be a deck that would be the case. I mean, it feels like a photograph that you're holding of a fairy. We snapped a picture of a fairy right here. You know, that's what it feels like, a photograph. And I like that. Stargazing. Temptation. Oh, look at that one. This is, you know what I think? This is a good deck to use for someone who might be a little gun-shy about getting a reading in the first place and you want to ease them into a reading. This would be a good deck to do that. Temptation. Even this, which would be more of a shadow kind of card. I'll read the message. It says, are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever it's, guys. Oh, I love this one. Transformation. She's pretty. She's cute. Tree wisdom. Wait for winter. And I like sometimes when oracle cards have little messages like that, because sometimes it'll be like a clue, like, oh, for this thing that you're trying to do, Querent, you need to wait for winter, you know? So it's fun to have sometimes a card that says that, like reference to time. Wisdom. Wish wisely. Careful what you wish for. Careful what you wish for. All right, so we're going to shuffle them and then see what card jumps to, see what we read from the guidebook. Okay, so overhand, they shuffle okay. You know, perhaps over time, they'll soften and be a lot easier to shuffle. Well, see, I'm not going to be a fan of the gloss. Not a fan. They're not making me happy with shuffling. But I think the images are gorgeous. I'm really liking it. And I'm so bad I didn't show you the backs. Did I? Those are the backs. So let's see. We have a card. Protect your dreams. I think it's important that we get that message, don't you? You are the guardian of your precious dreams, and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. Let's see. The guidebook is in alphabetical order, so that's nice. Protect your dreams. Allow your dreams to have strong foundations before revealing them to the world at large. While they're growing and still tender, it's important to cherish and protect them. It would be wise not to reveal your dreams to anyone unless you fully trust them, to hold your dreams dear and to keep them as safe as you do. And you're under no obligation to reveal your deepest wishes and dreams, even to those closest to you, until the time is right. We all have the right to protect our heartfelt dreams and wishes. Do so with positivity, trust, and love. You can ask the fairies to add an extra layer of protection to your dreams by saying, "Fairies, this is my dream. It is dear to me. Please help to protect it till it comes to be." As your dream grows, nurtured by the protection it has received from you and the fairies, it will gain power and momentum. This will serve you well for when you dream, your dream is released into the world. Nurture your dream so that it may come to be in this earthly realm for the highest good of all. Follow any guidance during this time for physical signs or your intuition if it seems wise. You alone will know when the time is ripe to release your dream. Yeah. So there you have it. That is the Oracle of the Fairies. And like I said, I probably will not be getting another Fairies deck. One is enough for me. One Oracle Fairy deck, I should say. Maybe that's not Fairies. So maybe this is my one and only fairy deck, I think. This might be my one and only fairy deck. So, yeah, I think I'm going to say this will be it. It's a really cool deck. I like the vibe and energy of it. It's soft. It's not harsh. I can use it with folks who might be a little hesitant to, get readings in the first place. And it's really pretty. It's actually a really gorgeous deck. And I think over time, the gloss will wear nicely, where it'll be nice and easy to shuffle. I didn't try, as I could try while I'm still recording. I'm going to try and riffle shuffle it. Riffle shuffle's okay for a glossy deck. I have a feeling this is going to soften into... It's not heavy gloss. I mean, it's glossy. Don't get me wrong. It's no mistake. It's a glossy deck, but it doesn't feel like a heavier cardstock. It's kind of light, so you can riffle shuffle it. And it doesn't like get all sticky. So, and with that, I will say it's a good deck. And I like that it's not gilded either. So I think that's a win. Well, there you have it, folks. The Oracle of the Fairies. A quick little unboxing for you. A semi-quick. You know, this is quick for me. Let me know what you think. Do you have this deck? Do you plan on getting it? What do you think? Do you work with fairy energy? And I didn't want to offend anyone. Sorry if I did. You know, once upon a time, I believed, and maybe you can convince me otherwise. But let me know what you think. I want to hear from you. So, thank you all so much for watching. So much love and many blessings. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.